Good evening. Today's Thursday, June 8, 2023. I'm Elmer Navarro Manuel and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the headlines for this evening. Philippines has not shifted away from China, says President Marcos. President Marcos says Singapore a very strong partner of the Philippines. Teodoro won't restore UP-DND accord. EDCA sides with US only for defense purposes. Chedeng intensifies into a typhoon. BSP to lower reserve requirement ratio. And stocks index drops ahead of US economic data. For tonight's stories, the Philippines has not shifted away from China, according to President Ferdinand Marcos on Thursday, as he stressed that the ties between Manila and Beijing has not changed in any fundamental sense. The president said the search continues on the solutions that will address the challenges being jointly faced by the Philippines and China. He reiterated that the differences between the two nations do not define the entirety of their ties. He added that as to the differences between China and the Philippines, it certainly exists, but it is not something that will define the ties between the two countries. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. received on Thursday the credentials of Singapore's new ambassador to the Philippines, Constance C. Sin Yuan. During the ceremony at Malacanang, Yuan mentioned her plans to explore new areas of bilateral cooperation between the two countries and expressed her intention to focus on sustainability and energy, among others. President Marcos, meanwhile, acknowledged the strong bilateral relations between the Philippines and Singapore, as he mentioned the significance of deepening the bilateral partnerships between the two countries during the period of transition in the global economy. Defense Chief Gilberto Teodoro on Thursday said he will not review the terminated agreement between the University of the Philippines and the Department of National Defense that bans military and police forces from entering the campus. This comes after the new DND chief was asked if he will review the policy after it was unilaterally terminated by the department during the stint of former Defense Chief Delfin Lorenzana in 2021. Even without the pact, Teodoro said Chedeng still encouraged the police and military to be really mindful of the balance between freedom of expression and protecting the peace. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Every time I'm on the road, I can expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. Now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
In other news, Department of National Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro on Thursday reiterated that the EDCA sites with the United States will be used only for the defense efforts of the Philippines. Chedoro pointed out that many countries would make profit in the Philippines when it has freedom and a strong economy, which cannot be achieved without good defense capabilities. The DND chief also called for the trust of other countries that the Philippines would not meddle with their affairs, as he discouraged them from accusing the country as just a tool for the agenda of other nations. State Weather Bureau Pagasa announced that Chedeng has further strengthened into a typhoon as it continues to move north-northwestward over Philippine waters. The center of the eye of the typhoon was last spotted 935 kilometers east of central Luzon as of 4 p.m. It is currently heading northwest or northwest at 15 kilometers per hour and has a maximum sustained winds of 120 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 150 kilometers per hour. According to the Weather Bureau, the tropical cyclone is not seen to directly bring heavy rainfall over any part of the country in the next 3 to 5 days, nor cause rough sea conditions in the next 24 hours. In business, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas on Thursday announced downward adjustments to the reserve requirement ratio of lenders across the country, bringing the level to single digits for big banks by the end of the month. In an advisory, the central bank said it would reduce the RRR of universal and commercial banks and non-bank institutions with quasi-banking functions by 250 basis points to 9.5% starting June 30. It is currently at 12%, which is said to be among the highest in the region. It will also lower the RRR of digital banks by 200 basis points to 6.0%, and that of thrift, rural, and cooperative banks by 100 basis points to 1.0% effective the same day. And wait and see stands for some United States economic data along with a drop in the U.S. equity gauges resulted in the negative close of all counters in the local bourse on Thursday, but the peso ended sideways. The Philippine Stock Exchange Index shed 0.39% or 25.34 points to 6,539.36 at the closing bell. The broader all shares followed with a drop of 0.31% or 10.94 points to 3,484.71. Volume reached 626.14 million shares amounting to 3.86 billion pesos. Decliners led advancers at 105 to 69 while 51 shares were unchanged. However, despite the negative sentiments in the local equities market during the day, the peso kept its footing against the US dollar and closed the day's trade at 56.11 from the previous day's 56.098. That wraps up the stories tonight. Catch us again tomorrow only here at Daily Tribune's Facebook page. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel and you're watching Tribune News on Cue. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tercito are available on our community Viber.
Something different, 'cause I keep following wherever you are, and you're some kind of force, an unknown force. Now the heaven